The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I wanted to just get this opinion out there because I feel like, I believe this to be true. I believe this to be true, and I want to see what the boxing public and the boxing world thinks about this. I want to see what the great subscribers of True School Sports think about this, and the viewers of True School Sports think about this. Now, a couple of years ago, Jarrell Miller was supposed to fight Anthony Joshua in Anthony Joshua's American debut on June the 1st, 2019. It didn't happen because Jarrell Miller basically was a science experiment. He had all kinds of substances and things in the system, GW1516, all kinds of crazy stuff in the system, right? And boxing punished him. Boxing didn't allow him to fight. Boxing pretty much pushed him out the door, condemned him, threw salt all over his name, his reputation, and everything he built up to be at that point in time was forgotten about because he was labeled a drug cheat, and he's never been able to shed that label, right? Now, Big Baby was in the wrong, and I acknowledge those things here on True School Sports, but I think the sport of boxing, from people who condemned him to people within boxing that condemned him, like, promoters, fighters, anybody who's condemned Jarrell Miller, when he tested positive for this thing, he is now owed a big apology from the sport of boxing because of what's happened in the Oscar Valdez situation with fentanyl. Now, I know you could say that Oscar Valdez only had fentanyl in the system and Jarrell Miller had like 2 or 3 or 4, whatever it was, different substances in the system. But regardless of the fact is he had a banned substance in the system and he was punished accordingly. Oscar Valdez had a banned substance in his system and is allowed to fight. There's no the fight's not canceled. There's no fine. He's gonna make his full purse. The only thing he got was a little massage on the wrist from the WBC, and they put him on probation, which really doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. It means absolutely nothing to Oscar Valdez. So let's hear it. I want to start hearing these apologies. Jarrell Miller is owed a big fat apology from the boxing world for disrespecting him. Yes, he was wrong. Yes, he deserves to he deserves criticism. But if we're not going to punish all drug cheats, then we can't sit here and condemn Jarrell Miller anymore. Jarrell Miller cannot be condemned no more for what he did if we're going to allow Oscar Valdez to fight this Saturday. So that if you really think Jarrell Miller was in the wrong that badly, and you think he's a disgrace to boxing and all these things, that people were calling him, then these commissions, the WBC, and all parties involved have to stop this fight with Oscar Valdez and Robinson Cosensensio. They have to stop the fight because if not, all the drug cheats that were condemned in the past, you're clearing their names, and you're giving leeway to fighters in the future to be drug cheats, because the message you're sending is absolutely positively is that drug testing and VADA testing is obsolete. And 4 years ago on this channel, I made a video about the WBC Clean Boxing Program and if boxing fans could trust the WBC Clean Boxing Program. And I had my questions about it and my skepticism about it then. And I have my it's not skepticism anymore. The WBC and the Clean Boxing Program is a crock of shit, and it's the worst thing to ever happen to boxing because they can pick and choose who they want to punish. They can pick and choose who exactly it is they want to condemn if it doesn't affect their bottom line and their bottom dollar. But that's the man. If you don't take nothing away from this video, I want y'all to take this. If you don't take nothing away from this video, please take this with you. All right. Jarrell Miller, what he did was wrong. But if we're gonna allow Oscar Valdez to go through this fight this upcoming Saturday, then Jarrell Miller is owed a massive apology from boxing because what he did wasn't wrong. Him putting GW1516 in the system wasn't wrong. Him putting any sort of banned substances or steroids in the system wasn't wrong, because that's the precedent that's being set in boxing now. So we're going to keep that same energy. If one guy's a drug cheat, they're all drug cheats. And if one guy's not a drug cheat, then the guys of yesteryear aren't drug cheats. If Jarrell Miller isn't a drug, if Oscar Valdez isn't a drug cheat, then Jarrell Miller isn't a drug cheat. And if Jarrell Miller's not a drug cheat, then Alexander Povetkin isn't a drug cheat. And what's so crazy? What's so crazy is, like, when we talk about Jarrell Miller and Alexander Povetkin, these are fighters. I've been on YouTube a long time. I have a long, drawn-out memory when it comes to what people were saying here on YouTube at the times when certain things happened. And I remember so clearly when Povetkin failed his meldonium test, people were quick to condemn him and put him away and say he's a scumbag, he sucks, all these things, ban him for life, right? Then the same thing happened when Jarrell Miller. These guys never got their chance to explain their side of the story and get an interview with Mark Kriegel on ESPN and say that they didn't do it. These guys were condemned, they were punished, and they were given no time to explain their side of the story. So I've noticed clear double standards when it comes to this Oscar Valdez situation. I've noticed that y'all don't keep the same energy for all the fighters. Y'all don't. The media doesn't. Some of the boxing media doesn't. A lot of the boxing fans don't. And at the end of the day, the only thing you're doing is hindering the sport more. And Jake Paul's not ruining the sport. The YouTubers aren't ruining the sport. What's ruining the sport is stuff like this and people not speaking up for it like they should. And if again, I'm gonna say it again. If you don't take nothing else from this video, if Oscar Valdez is innocent and didn't do anything, and it's okay for him to use fentanyl, then it's okay for Jarrell Miller to use GW1516. It's okay for Alexander Povetkin to use meldonium. It's okay for Alexander Povetkin to use ostarine and all these different substances he had in his body. Keep that same energy. Keep that same mother-loving energy. And if you can't, then you're a hypocrite and you're a disgrace to boxing, the sport, and your entire family because you can't keep it honest. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Just wanted to get that out there. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.